For weeks in August, Ethiopian boys dress up and perform songs from door-to-door neighborhoods across the country. In return, the boys get mulmul, that's bread freshly baked for the occasion in each house. Known as Buhe, the festival has its origins in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. It marks the Transfiguration of Jesus on Mount Tabor. Buhe also marks the last days of the rainy season. Religious leaders and Orthodox faithful take the time to give thanks and pray for a good harvest. They also take time to reflect on the biblical significance of the events. We light a bonfire to represent the light that was illuminating when Christ appeared. The bread signifies the fact that mothers took bread to their shepherd boys who stayed out late because they thought it was still daylight, but it was Christ's supernatural appearance. So all the cultural activities you see in relation to Buhe have their origin in religion. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church is one of the pre-colonial Christian denominations in sub-Saharan Africa and is estimated to have between 40 and 45 million followers.
Buhe is a memorable event for kids who form groups and sing together. It is considered as one of the most important childhood celebrations that no kid wants to miss. This festival is a typical blend of religious beliefs with cultural tradition, showing the culture of sharing prevalent among the people of Ethiopia, who are known for their generosity towards the needy. The peoples and government of Ethiopia have excellent opportunity to make Buhe festival a center of tourist attraction and to register it as one of the intangible cultural heritages of mankind. The festival cuts across the faithful of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church.
Hurricane Hilary is eyeing up the west coast.
It's going to try to squeeze its way between a low to the west and a high to the east.
The center of Hurricane Hilary is expected to approach Mexico's Baja Peninsula this weekend, bringing severe weather to the southwest.
The rain will be very heavy with this system, possibly 4 to 6 inches of rainfall, especially in these higher elevations.
The city of San Diego's Office of Emergency Services says it's prepared.
Well, from the winter storms, we know where flooding occurs.
If Hilary does make landfall on U.S. soil as a tropical storm, that would mark the first time that's happened in nearly 84 years, according to data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
This morning, California in the crosshairs as Hurricane Hilary strengthens off the Mexican coast and heads north.
Right now, it's a hurricane, although it's projected to, when it hits us, to be a tropical storm.
Communities stretching from San Diego to Nevada, even western Arizona, are bracing for whipping winds, torrential rain, and flash floods. ABC's Rob Marciano explaining the potential impact.
Across some of the desert areas, we could see a year's worth of rain in places like Palm Springs or Las Vegas and some of those mountain areas in just a couple of days.
The storm is expected to make landfall in Mexico on Sunday and weaken as it approaches the U.S. border. Experts have their eyes fixed on Hilary's path.
I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby.
I'm not really good with prayers or anything like that, but I just want to say thank you, Mr. President. And I know we have a political warfare right now, but I strongly believe that it is a spiritual one as well. And I want to make sure that, I know that Americans are going to wake up and we're going to get back to looking to God instead of social media, and we're going to look back to Jesus, because Jesus saves, and this country was founded upon, the Constitution was built on godly principles, and we're going to fight for that. And I just want to encourage you guys to pray every single day for this nation. I want you guys to pray and pray and pray. I am from Ethiopia. I live in a very beautiful city named Valparaiso, Indiana. Mike Pensio, I know you're from Indiana, and I have strong people who were able to raise me, and I love God, and I want to pray real quick. All right. Okay. All right.
Did the president really suggest nuking hurricanes? The respected news website Axios quotes Trump as asking Homeland Security, "Why don't we nuke them? We drop a bomb inside the eye of the hurricane and it disrupts it. Why can't we do that?"
It's so crazy. I'm speechless.
It seems to be an idea straight out of the spoof movie Sharknado. Ian Ziering drives a Jeep loaded with a bomb right into the swirling shark tornado. It worked in the movie, but according to scientists, in real life, not a chance.
President Trump is denying a report he suggested using a nuclear bomb to prevent a hurricane, calling the story ridiculous. The report, which comes from the news site Axios, says that the president suggested bombing a hurricane on multiple occasions. Briefers reportedly told the president, quote, "We'll look into that."
I find it ironic that he's raising nuclear weapons. This is a person who has been very cavalier, even casual, about the use of nuclear weapons. He's advocated more countries getting them, Japan, Korea, even Saudi Arabia. He said, well, if we have them, why don't we use them, which I think is terrifying.
This illustrates the birth of Hurricane Isabel, which occurred over the Ethiopian highlands. And the maturity of these cloud systems as they track towards the west, picking up energy, moving across the Sahel of Africa, gathering a lot of energy over the warm tropical waters of the Atlantic. This storm became a Category 5 and stayed a Category 5 for 3 days in a row, which is unprecedented for a hurricane in the Atlantic, finally making landfall as a Category 2. Now, when Isabel hit the United States, as a Category 2, it was an enormous Category 2. It was about 1,000 miles in diameter. It's absolutely huge. And this was an enormous windstorm for the mid-Atlantic. 3.5 million people were without power for as long as a week or so across a large area of Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. In this particular satellite sequence, you're able to track the entire life cycle of this storm. The white shows the cloud tops, and the colors indicate the rain intensity of this system. Now, a little bit more about the birthplace of these hurricanes. We have to focus in on Ethiopia itself. These are called the Ethiopian highlands. And what we're looking at here is terrain mapping information, which was acquired by the space shuttle. So it's very, very high resolution terrain information. You know, the Ethiopian highlands are a mountain range about 15,000, 16,000 feet tall, and they lie right along the Red Sea. The Red Sea is a rift zone. It's a crack in the earth where Africa is literally splitting apart very slowly. The moist trade winds flow over these mountains, and as they... As the name might imply, it does come from the Saharan desert. They cross the desert with high conditions. They can move all the way across the ocean into East Texas if the conditions are right for it. We're kind of that way right now.
Was the Ark of the Covenant just stolen so it could be brought into battle?
Well, the city of Tanis is one of the possible resting places of the Lost Ark.
The Lost Ark?
Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant, the chest the Hebrews used to carry around the Ten Commandments.
What do you mean commandments? You're talking about the Ten Commandments?
Yes, the actual Ten Commandments, the original stone tablets that Moses brought down out of Mount Horeb and smashed, if you believe in that sort of thing. You guys ever go to Sunday school?
Well,
Oh, look. The Hebrews took the broken pieces and put them in the Ark. When they settled in Canaan, they put the Ark in a place called the Temple of Solomon.
In Jerusalem.
Where it stayed for many years, until all of a sudden, whoosh, is gone.
Where?
Well, nobody knows where or when.
However, an Egyptian pharaoh
Shishak.
Yes, invaded the city of Jerusalem around about 980 BC, and he may have taken the ark back to the city of Tanis and hidden it in a secret chamber called the Well of Souls.
Secret chamber.
However, about a year after the pharaoh had returned to Egypt, the city of Tanis was consumed by the desert in a sandstorm which lasted a whole year, wiped clean by the wrath of God.
That's it.
Good God.
Yes, that's just what the Hebrews thought.
Now what's that supposed to be coming out of there?
Lightning. Fire. Power of God or something.
Beginning to understand Hitler's interest in this.
Oh, yes. The Bible speaks of the ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. An army which carries the ark before it is invincible.